What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Otaku Kickback Sessions. As always, I am one of your two co-hosts, Easy the Shinobi, and here with me on this good Tuesday night is my other co-host and I would say a connoisseur of the lewd fan art, Mr. Green Specter.
What's that supposed to mean?
You know what it means, dog. I was in that basically earlier in the day. I've been getting ping, and 90% of it was basically waifu lewds.
Well, that's not my fault. I fuck with Bernice more.
What do you mean you fuck? Don't. I sorry. Okay, so here's the thing. I've been having Bernice brain rot because of the song over like the past month, and just when it started, it's like okay, my mind is getting rid of it. I'm getting past it. Then all of a sudden, I hear that. I hear that. I hear that, and then it basically brings me back to the brain rot. And I have to watch the trailer again. It's a good trailer, but
I have the full song on my phone.
Of course you would have the full song on your phone.
And what's funny enough, I have two versions: the original and the one the English voice actress for Hu Tao that she sung.
Isn't that the one that's on the trailer?
No.
Oh, so it's two different ones.
So there's the original version, and then there's another version that the ENVA for Hu Tao she sung.
Really? Huh.
Yeah.
Well,
I have both versions.
Next thing you're gonna do is next thing you're gonna say is I also have the 1 hour version that Hoyoverse took out bookmarked on my YouTube channel.
Okay.
Oh, wait, I guessed it right?
I mean, I didn't say it.
God. No. You didn't have to say it. I know you. I know you well enough.
No, you don't.
Sure. Sure. It's not like I pay attention to what your activity is.
Ah, yes, and I've also listened to your prayers of having fucking Lady Nagant posters and all that stuff, and none of them have been answered.
There's not enough. There's not enough fucking prints out there. I take what I can get. I am a fan of the underappreciated waifus. Yeah, go fuck yourself. Okay, but yeah, let's kick this thing off before we actually start fucking arguing about what we have and what we don't have on waifu fucking merch. But it's good. Kicking off with some good news because it's actually been a pretty damn good day so far. Do you want to do the shout out or do you want me to do it?
Yes. A shout out to our favorite psychopathic VTubing rabbit.
Which one?
Usada Pecora for
that
making
one.
it to Content Creator of the Year. For having a important and positive impact on the community in 2021.
Yes, the best impact in the community. How can we not love this positive psycho carrot rocket launching wielding rabbit?
Of course.
She sold out her concert. I think it was like earlier this month and stuff. On her solo concert, I forgot. It was in Japan. I remember that.
Yeah.
And you know what? Well done. Well deserved. And of course, the goat himself, Hideo Kojima, also gives his congratulations to Pekora for being nominated for Content Creator of the Year for the Video Game Awards.
Yeah, and since you were making fun of me about liking Bernice, I also want to give a shout out to Zenless Zone Zero for making it to Best Mobile Game of the Year.
Yeah, I mean it's a pretty good mobile game. I mean it's a pretty good game in general. So
I do want to say that the Bernice trailer contributed to their popularity.
Oh yeah,
how it was blowing up on Twitter and every social media for like 3 weeks.
More so for like a month straight, a month and a half. Even now, it's still like it's not fully dead. It's just asleep, and it'll pop up on you every once in a while when you go into YouTube Shorts.
Huh.
That, or if you listen to this podcast and the inspector decides to start playing it in the middle of it, yeah, then you can blame us for your YouTube recommendations being. Oh, good. I have a feeling I know why you like Bernice. It's because she's a pyromaniac, isn't she?
Oh, but of course.
Good. Now, imagine my surprise when I found out that the like her essentially her fuel that she uses for her flamethrower is a variant of the ones that she serves to her customers in the bar.
Huh,
Uh, I
huh.
was, I found that out and I was like, damn, that shit's crazy. So it's a version of gasoline, maybe.
You can either drink it or she can set you on fire with it. You only have two options.
Man, I'd rather just drink it at that point. I'll burn on the inside, but I don't want to burn on the outside. I'm plenty brown enough, thank you very much.
Huh,
Uh,
not brown enough.
what you mean not brown enough? God. All right, let's head into some news. So, um, we do have something that came up earlier this week during the weekend. Welcome to Demon School, Aruma-kun. Season 4 announced. Uh,
Yep.
teaser trailer got released. There's no premiere date set for it, but I figured we would get that soon enough. You watched, so far you watched all 3 seasons of it, right?
Ah, yes. I absolutely like it.
Nice, nice.
I mean, it gives me not Doomslayer vibes, but more of like the human going to hell only to try to be only to be overpowering because he's a human who went to hell.
So it's such almost like Doomslayer.
Yeah, no, well, let's not get there.
Love because it's how he fights the demons that's different.
Well, I mean, the Doomslayer has the natural ability to be stronger than the opponent he fights. That's what the angel that blessed him gave him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, think about it. In Doom Eternal, he fights the creator of everything
Mm-hmm.
and beats him, only to find out that he has the natural ability of like say he's fighting Beerus, and Beerus is the god of destruction that can destroy everyone in like one move. The Doomslayer's blessing will automatically bless him to be stronger than Beerus. So it doesn't matter who he fights, his blessing is to be stronger than the opponent he fights.
That's wild. And here I thought we would never get a connection between Iruma-kun and the Doomslayer.
See, they're two beings who went to hell, and for some reason, their natural course is to be stronger than the opponents they fight with hard work.
Nice. You know what? If you're a Doom fan, hey, maybe this is worth checking out for at least the first 3 seasons before season 4 comes around.
Yeah. Or if you just want to check it out, because technically it is school life comedy, it's pretty good too. It has its serious moments.
Nice, nice. How many episodes is for each season?
25, I think. I think
24.
except for the first one, which is I think 12. I don't know. It's been a while.
Okay, that's not bad. Basically, you could have a good weekend watch with it. So
Yeah.
not too bad. And yeah, moving on. We got to actually give a good shout out to any manga creators that are currently under the Shonen Jump brand because those hardworking people are getting their bag. So it was announced, I think, throughout the weekend or earlier today that Shonen Jump they are going to increase their pay for the manga creators starting this month. So the updated rates will apply to both serialized and one-shot works. For monochrome works, they are going to be paying out 20,900 yen per page, and for colored works, it'll essentially be 31,350 yen per page. Now, this is a good increase from the previous rates, for which were 18,700 for monochrome and 28,050 for color. And that's man, we gotta applaud them. We gotta applaud the manga creators for that because especially for Shonen Jump, which for the most part is typically a bi-weekly or weekly, basically different manga series of works come out for it. It's a well-earned bag.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and right now, especially with the anime and manga boom, kind of trending upwards and stuff. I mean, they they do deserve the well-earned yen, and big congrats to them.
Yeah, and since we're on the topic of shonen,
Hmm.
as of today, November 19, 2024, Dragon Ball, created by Akira Toriyama, debuted 40 years ago.
Nice, so nice. 40 years of Dragon Ball. You love to see it, and throughout the fandom worldwide, we're happy that it's been around for 4 decades, and we're hoping that's around for longer. Because especially Daima being released, Sparking Zero being released, um, and the Super manga essentially being booted back up again. It's the reason for the most part, a lot of us got into anime and manga due to Dragon Ball, and it's happy 40th anniversary, and thanks thanks to Akira Toriyama as well for creating this and having it as a essential part of our lives.
Good ones come and go, but the greats are timeless.
Exactly. Couldn't send it better myself. And I'm pretty sure he's looking down and happy that his work is still being celebrated. So yeah, thank you for everything, Mr. Toriyama.
Yep. Now, speaking of manga,
Hmm.
what kind of credit card do you have?
Let's see.
Wells
Gonna
Fargo, Chase.
So I have a Wells Fargo, right? And I
Yeah.
have a Capital One, and I believe that's it.
Well, starting December 19, if you're trying to buy manga or dojins
Hmm.
from Melon Books, you won't be able to buy anything unless you have a Visa or a. Actually, no, not even a Visa. If you have JCB or American credit card,
No, American Express.
yep. So, so if you have any other credit card that is not American Express, you won't be able to buy any dojins or mangas online from Melon Books, DL sites, Nikoni, DMM, Next U. Oops, sorry about that. U Next and Toro no Ana, as
Damn.
they have disabled the Visa and Mastercard payments because of Western adult content removal, or um, in other words, the ability to buy porn online
Damn. Hey,
here in the states.
what's the worst part about it? I used to have an American Express like a year ago, and then it got switched over to a Wells Fargo card, and the time it could not have been any worse.
Oh, that sucks.
uh, well, you know, fuck it. I have to thug it out again, and just wait for just wait for conventions to buy the physical dojins.
Yep.
But that's yeah. In case you have pretty much if you have any of the other credit cards that are in American Express or JCB, yeah, we're kind of shit out
Yeah,
of luck.
you're safe.
Yeah,
You can buy whatever you want online.
yeah, exactly.
But if you're everyone else like us, you're gonna have to wait for conventions.
Yeah, and we pretty much just hop into the 18 plus section and hope to God that they have the one that you've been looking for, because chances are it's been taken, and you can blame Melon Books for that.
Well, you can blame the United States for censorship and whatnot.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Speaking of censorship, didn't South Carolina just ban fucking Assassination Classroom?
It's hilarious, and let me tell you the reason why.
Why?
Assassination Classroom manga has been banned in South Carolina school districts. This is after the mother complained that it has handguns, rifles, knives, and poisons, and it talks about killing people in each page, along with girls being in lingeries and hopping on top of men in the books.
That's the reason why.
From a mother.
Oh,
Let me tell you about the top comment that makes me wonder why South Carolina is just a terrible place to live in.
hmm.
So Republicans are okay with putting pedos, crackhead conspiracy theorists, Russian spies, and billionaires in cabinets, but heaven forbid kids want to read manga.
God, and you know what? It sucks for more for them too because Assassination Classroom is a legitly good fucking series. Well, you can't have what you're not gonna allow your kid to have an imagination and see fucking Koro Sensei just beat down a couple fools and all that shit. Man, you that just must suck having parents like that where it's like oh yeah, we'll talk about the Second Amendment, but when it comes to basically violence in manga, nope, can't have that.
Yeah,
No, but yeah, I mean that's just yeah, that sounds awful. But yeah,
I
that's
mean it's not going to stop anyone from reading and getting their hands on the book.
oh fuck
I
no, no,
mean,
it's not.
if people in Texas are using VPNs to go on the hub, it, people in South Carolina are going to find a way to read or watch Assassination Classroom.
Exactly. So
Yeah, it's called a VPN. Come on.
exactly. Come on, VPN. There's like 15. It's like $15 a month and stuff. We're not sponsored by any VPNs. We just well, you
No.
got to do what you got to do at some points. So yeah, I mean, if you have the will to read Assassination Classroom or the will to watch it, you will find a way. I will stand behind you on that.
Yeah. But speaking of acquiring, Sony is in talks of acquiring Kadokawa,
I did see that, and
and the deal is set to be closing in a few weeks.
I don't like that.
Cause you know what this means, right? If
Yeah,
Sony does acquire Kadokawa, that means that they're gonna have controls over IPs like ReZero, Steingates, and Sword Art Online, and like the list goes on of what Kadokawa has when it comes to animating stuff.
not just animating stuff, but apparently they also own From Software, which is the studio that developed Elden Ring.
Yeah.
And
If Sony manages to acquire Kadokawa, yikes.
yeah, and yeah,
I really hope Kadokawa just rejects Sony. It's like, nah, we don't want your business. We don't want you guys to fuck with us.
no, yeah, exactly. Because I mean, you're essentially at that point you're at the danger of having sort of become a monopoly in the anime space or in the manga space. Because pretty much since they already own Crunchyroll, right? They own Funimation. They technically own Right Stuff because pretty much Crunchyroll bought out Right Stuff, and now it's become part of the Crunchyroll store as well. Um, this is not good, and I know a lot of people aren't fans of it either. I can't blame them.
Yeah, and correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't Kadokawa also the animation studio that animated Shield Hero?
I believe I know they animate Overlord, but I
Or
think
at least they started on season 3?
yeah, I think they animate Shield Hero as well. I might be wrong. Let me do some quick fact checking. But yeah, you're essentially purchasing a bunch of popular licenses that basically people are fans of and all that stuff. Let's see, Overlord. Oh, they also do production on Konosuba as well.
Sword Art Online, Steingates, Shield Hero, Overlord.
Bungo Stray Dogs, Jabba's Reincarnation. Let's see. I think they also did the one oh they also have it with Weathering with You and Your Name, as well as Tanya the Evil.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
If they buy it, Tanya the Evil is not getting a season 2. Because it got
Yeah.
announced for a season 2, and I'm still waiting on it to come out.
God, imagine the wait becomes longer because of this, like Sony decides, you know what, we're essentially gonna put it as on like very low on the priority list. Let's just shit or cancel it. That would just suck balls.
I do like this comment someone posted underneath the news. I hope the Japanese government itself vetoes this. Sony ain't Japanese anymore. They're Californians now.
Yeah. God. No, yeah, no. I do hope they do, and I do hope it's basically one of those things where it's like, no, we can't have a monopoly, and like if Kadokawa was under some financial trouble, they provide the funds to help keep them independent for at least for right now, because this is not a good idea.
Yeah,
But
because if Kodokawa gets, oh god, you know what this means though, right? Because if Kodokawa does become a part of Sony,
mm,
that means you're gonna have to have like a premium PlayStation account just so you could watch anime on your like PlayStation and all that stuff.
what's even worse is that if basically, like, let's say Kadokawa does get purchased under Sony, right, and they essentially absorb their libraries into what they did for like Crunchyroll and Funimation. That means if you have a Crunchyroll account, most likely you're basically whatever price you're paying now, it's most likely going to get shot up because oh yeah, we're bringing in new material and new content, so we have to try to reason it. Which yeah, that's how it usually works, and yeah, no, I'm not a fan of it. Yeah.
No, I'm not a fan of that either.
Yeah. So I mean, there's hope for the best, and I guess hope that either it's not as bad that we think it is, or that Kodokawa stands independent. But yeah, no, I'm not.
I really hope Kodokawa stands independent. They have
Yeah,
a lot of good stuff that I enjoy.
yeah, exactly. And if it's one of those things where it's like, okay, we have to pay to for them to kind of stay independent. Okay, fine, but yeah, no, that's it's not a good idea. It really is not a good idea, and I can't blame anybody for thinking that Kodokawa being under Sony is garbage.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyhow, in other news, Sakamoto Days. I
Oh,
heard you were getting really into it.
oh yeah. So I just picked up not season three, volume three, 4 and 5, and after I'm done with solo leveling volume one, I'm gonna head back into Sakamoto Days. It's super good.
So what if I told you it was going to get animated?
Oh, that I already knew. Like, oh, since last month, I've been hyped for it, and I've just been waiting for. I think the trailer came out. I haven't seen it so far, but I've just been hyped for it to come out on Netflix.
That's a good thing because Sakamoto Days is set to have two parts.
Nice,
Part 1 is going to be released in January 11th, 2025, and part 2 will be released July 2025. Worldwide streaming on, not sponsored, Netflix by TM TMS Production Studio.
TMS Production Studio. That sounds familiar.
It should be.
You know what? I'm going to let me do some quick research. TMS Production Studio. But yeah, I'm extremely hyped for it, and I'm so happy that it's getting the two core treatment. So basically, I'm assuming it's going to cover at least the first three volumes. If my guess is correct, maybe up to halfway through volume four, like Kaiju number eight did. But I'm so happy this is getting animated, and I can't wait to see the action. The action is pretty fucking cool. Early on in the season,
Yeah, because TMS animated some stuff like Rent a Girlfriend, Relife,
yeah.
Dr. Stone, season 1 and 2,
Mm-hmm.
Fruit Baskets,
Oh, okay, nice,
and let's see who else. Who else? Well, they have a list here of their works, even some old school anime
nice,
they've worked on. So they've been around the industry for a long time with a
nice.
lot of popular works. So I'm actually looking forward to it.
Oh yeah, trust me, dude. If you enjoy action, and if you like anybody here listening enjoys action and enjoys kind of like gunfights, you'll love this. It is pretty comedic as well. But when it gets down to kind of like basically guns blazing, top tier.
Now, speaking of top tier, one of my favorite animes that is getting animated.
Hmm.
That dude, I've been reading the manga and I've enjoyed it. The daily life of a middle-aged online shopper in another world is
Nice.
set to be released in January 2025 by East Fish Studios.
Nice. That's next. That's in 2 months from now too. So I mean, we wouldn't have to wait for long for it. And all that because I know you told me about it when we hang out like off off recordings and stuff. And if from the sounds of it, it does sound pretty good. Yeah, that's fucking epic.
Yep. The studio, East Fish Studio, has animated stuff like Frag Time, Haniko Kun to Koi no Yami,
Hmm.
and three other ones that I'm not even going to try to pronounce because I will definitely butcher the names. But they're not a big company, but they do focus a lot on like adventure and slice of life stuff.
Nice. And usually if it's a small studio that focuses on that, there's a near like high percentage that basically the animation and they'll do right by basically by adapting the manga.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So looking forward to it, and it sounds like it's going to be good, and it's coming January next year. I'll fucking yeah, be on the lookout for it.
Yeah. Now let's talk a bit about Oshinoko.
So, what do you want to talk about it? About it?
Well, there was a recent illustration for the celebration of the manga conclusion. It is a happy picture of Ruby in a wedding dress holding a multicolored bouquet of flowers. Most of the bouquet is blue.
Oh, nice. I have a feeling that that drawing is gonna essentially be it's either gonna be the cover of the final volume for of Oshinoko, or it's gonna be a part kind of like how My Hero's last volume is gonna include like extra drawings and extra work from the mangaka. So I have a feeling it's gonna be one of the two of those.
And just because I radiate honey badger energy, this ending to Oshinoko is the ending of what Attack on Titan manga's readers thought their ending was going to be.
Jesus.
I do not want peace, I want problems.
God, you just been on it, or basically people that are like, oh, that dislike the Yoshinoko ending, huh?
Oh yeah. People
God,
hating on Oshinoko ending and saying that Attack on Titan is the best. Man, you can suck an egg.
God. All right. Speaking about that, just a quick thing for Attack on Titan. They did release the ending credit scene, or people have seen the post ending credit scene right now for the movie that was based on the final season, and yeah, they essentially animated heavy spoilers. They essentially animated basically the alternate timeline where you have young Aaron and young Armin and Goth Mikasa watching the movie play out and talking about it. And Mappa did a good job at it. So
Oh
props
yeah.
to Mappa. Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
There's I thought you were gonna come up with something because you were staying silent for a bit of time, and I was like, "Oh fuck, what's he gonna say now?"
No, no, no. I'll applaud you. It only took an entire community to complain about the original ending so that the studios can finally animate the alternate ending. I give you two claps.
God.
You get pity
Oh
claps from
boy.
me.
Oh god. But anyways, before we start kicking the hornet's nest that we shouldn't kick, what else you got for us?
Let's let's talk about girls love anime. There is an anime about two chicks, and this anime is called "There's No Freaking Way I'll Be Your Lover Unless
Hmm.
It is set to be animated in July 2025 by Studio Mother.
Nice. I did see the announcement of that yesterday. I do believe. By any chance, you have the synopsis or like what's it about?
Mm. Well, let me tell you this much. Studio Mothers
Mm-hmm.
should be familiar because they're the ones who also worked on Afuitera.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Actually, Alfred low key does have some pretty nice animation. So, um, yeah, I'm confident that they'll give this adaptation a good light.
Oh yeah. So even if there is
Mm-hmm.
no action scenes, there is going to be a lot of high quality scenes. If you catch my drift.
Yeah, unfortunately, I do. But yeah, from what I've heard, at least from what I've seen from the reaction online, people are hyped about it. So, seems like the story's pretty good. I haven't looked into it, so maybe check it out one of these days. I do have a backlog of manga that I gotta go burn through first.
Yeah, I mean the whole premise of "There's no freaking way I'll be your lover unless" is pretty much about a chick by the name of Reniko, who spent her middle school years as a non-attending student with no friends, no. She's pretty much an introvert, and
Mm-hmm.
making her high school debut, she's like, you know what? Let me try to be someone, and try to be part of the popular clique, only to get the attention of one, and was like, hey, I'll make you popular, but you and I gotta slam clams. You know what I mean?
You could put it a different
No,
way.
but
You know that,
they're
right?
yeah, but I mean, their friendship is quote unquote best friends, but in reality, one of them is trying to be the lover of the other one.
Okay, got it. So it was
Yeah,
essentially
so
the popular
so it's
one.
pretty much a yeah, it's the popular chick trying to be the lover of the quiet girl, while the quiet girl is just trying to get friends, and then eventually down the road she ends up falling for her.
Okay, got it. That sounds wild, but well,
Yeah, there's
people
a
like
there's a
it,
trailer
so
that came out today actually.
nice.
Yeah, a
Well,
small
yeah.
thirty
Does it say when
second
it comes?
trailer.
Does it say when it comes out?
Yeah, I just read it. Did you not hear in the beginning?
No, I was paying attention to something else. I was looking over my
Of course
notes
you
just
were.
to. I'm trying to be organized. Thank you very much.
Ah, so while I was talking, you were just there looking over your notes, ignoring me. Well, how dare you, sir? The anime is set to air in July 2025. Did you hear me now?
Yes, I did hear you now. Thank you for giving me the date. The, the one time I don't pay attention to your announcements, while you've done it plenty of times. I think we're even.
When?
God, hey, just continue on with the news, dog.
Very well. One Piece is still on break, but they are set to resume on December 1st
Nice.
of this year.
Do you think I still have enough time to basically watch all of One Piece and up before it comes back?
No.
Damn, I was about to call off work and basically just binge watch One Piece for like 2 weeks straight.
Just start with the Kaido arc. That should be more than enough.
Yeah, but then I keep here, but then I keep reading. And it's like, oh no, you need to start from the beginning, and you need to start from basically just Rosa, or you need to start from here and there. And I get all confused. Maybe I'll start.
You should ask them what was the first episode about, and if they can't answer that, then maybe they should go back and watch from the beginning.
uh, Probably, but at least One Piece is coming back. It kind of debunks the earlier rumor of it supposedly taking a multi-month break up until like I think it was April. The rumor came out like 2 months ago, I think, or right when One Piece was supposed to take a break and stuff, and so at least it's just a few weeks break, but it's coming back in December. So yeah, be on the lookout for that.
All right. Uh, what do you think of Testament of a New Sister Devil?
It brings up memories of when I started sort of watching anime in middle school. Um, and pretty much I get confused whether or not if it's etchy anime or straight up off brand.
I want to say it's more on the note of like softcore or, wow, I can't believe this is not hentai.
Yeah, that seems about right.
Well, what if I told you that they're going to release a new light novel series on December 27th of this year?
Wait, really?
Yeah.
No fucking way.
The author and the artist, author Tetsuo Uso, and artist Minori Chigusa
Hmm.
will release a new light novel series on December 27th of The Testament of a New Sister Devil.
Oh, cool. Yeah, because I know, it really hasn't been around for I think for like the last 12 years or so. Like the last like 12, 15, 14 years. I know it's been a while since anything Testament of a Sister Daredevil wise has been mentioned anywhere. That's pretty dope. That it's the light novels are coming back.
Yeah, and I do remember the reason I got into it was who there was a voice actor. Oh yeah, the voice actor for Index
Mm.
from fuck, I'm blanking out on the name.
Railgun
Yeah, no, not Railgun.
Accelerate is a side series, right?
Yeah, Accelerators the side series. Certain Magical Index.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the EN voice actor for Index is the little succubus girl that is the the main chick's assistant, and her mom for the EN voice actor is voiced by one of the characters in Neptunia, which is hilarious.
That. Who would have known?
Yeah. Back in the day when I was watching it, found it so hilarious because I watched Neptunia and all this stuff, and I was like, "Hang on, this voice actor sounds familiar."
And then that's when you research it. It's like, no way.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
Didn't they? No, correct me if I'm wrong. But didn't they used to? Couldn't we find like the episodes of Testament of Assistant New Devil back on YouTube, like pre-Google YouTube?
The daily life of pre Google YouTube, where not only could you find full etchy animes on YouTube, but you could find a lot of softcore stuff on there too.
Yeah, yeah, I do remember that. Basically, it was pretty much the same logic as when you wanted to watch like say Dragon Ball Z or Naruto, where it's like season 3, episode 3, part 1 out of 14, and
Yeah,
pretty much they cut it into 2 minute clips. But you were too dedicated enough, where you're like, you know what? I'm gonna sit through like all these clips, and I'm gonna find this whole episode together. Because I vaguely remember Testament of a Sister You Devil pretty much being like that.
oh yeah, it was like that back in the day, along with High School DxD, a whole bunch of stuff. Uh, Cutie Honey.
Fucking cutie, honey. Fucking yeah, like old YouTube was like the Wild West. I kind of miss it.
Pretty much our era of YouTube is the YouTube poop era.
Yeah, yeah. Before it became kind of dank memes and brain rot stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah. I mean, that's good to hear that at least something from our past is coming back, and maybe the new light levels bring back the anime. So never know, never know.
Speaking of etchy, there's an anime that's going to be released on April 2025 by Studio Lendon Films.
Hmm.
Please put them on Takame-san.
I heard about this through Twitter, and the reactions range from basically kind of like, "What the f is this?" to "Damn, I can't wait to watch Peak."
Yeah. The reaction everybody is getting is neuron activation.
God. Oh, so what's it
Let
about?
me tell you the summary about this, just so you have a general idea of what it is.
Hmm.
But before I tell you the summary, let me tell you the tags:
Go ahead.
comedy, school life, other, mature content.
Okay, sounds kind of like your standard ecchi anime.
Right. Takame-san, or Takane Takamine, is the goddess of her high school. Perfect grades, athletic prowess, unrivaled beauty. This student council president is the apple of everyone's eye, including our protagonist, Koshi Shirota,
Okay.
a below average student with no friends or social prospects whatsoever. But he'll soon find out the secret behind Takame san's unbelievable success: her underwear.
Wait, what?
When she strips, she can undo any of her past actions. And now that Koshi knows of her secret, Takame won't let him off so easy. Dot dot dot.
Wait. So, from what you just explained right now, so technically, like, say for example, the day before she falls on her face and stuff, and people notice, she takes off her underwear and pretty much can redo that day.
In a way, yeah, think of it like a do-over button, but in this case, it's do-over clothing.
No fucking way, dude.
Yeah, so if she gets a failing grade, or if it's like, oh no, I got a 99 because of that one question, she just has to take something off, redo the day, and now she has a perfect 100.
Okay, that's an original concept I've never heard about. But can you imagine that? Like, say you get into a car accident and shit, and your first instinct is like, you know what? Let me take off my chonies real quick, so that way this fucking accident doesn't happen again.
Yeah, I mean, let me just read you what the chapter name for chapter 2 is called.
Go ahead.
Let me do it over until I'm satisfied.
That could go one of two ways.
Let me tell you the name of chapter 3.
Go ahead.
Do you want to look or not?
That could only go one way. Well, actually, three.
Let me tell you the name of chapter 1.
Mm-hmm.
Be My Closet.
Oh, I mean, that was. Yeah.
There's a reason it has the mature content, and because it's getting an anime adaptation, it's according to the comments, peak.
You know what? You know what? I'm morbidly curious to see how this goes because again, basically being able to take off kind of like any part of clothing and then to be able to rewrite your day, and so your previous mistakes are erased. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah, though a lot of people in the comments are concerned because it has the mature content on it. They're worried that Western censorship might get it, and it's going to be censored to hell.
Yeah, usually now the workaround for that it's like if it's censored to hell, you just got to wait for the Blu-ray to come out and then find the Blu-ray copy over it on like you got to go sailing for that. So in case you're worried about any censorship, just wait a few months and set sail.
True, true.
That or read the
But
manga.
It is Studio Lendon Films. You know, the same ones that worked on Tokyo Revengers.
Hmm.
The one, what's that one anime? The one with the magic and the chick who doesn't know magic but wants to be a magician.
Do you know how little that narrows it down?
Tenhana Senpai, something like that.
Oh, Tejino Senpai.
Yeah, I'm just like off the top of my head.
Uh,
They're also the same ones that did Goblin Slayer season 2, a classic one, Juliet's Birthday.
oh, I've heard of Julie's birthday. I heard it's pretty good.
They also did Berserk.
Which one? The 97 one?
No, I think it was just the Berserk one.
No, because so there's Berserk from
I
1987.
think I think maybe it was the no, not the 3D one. I think it was before that one, if I recall. It's the one that came out in 2016, if I recall.
Oh, all right. I think that was after the initial 3D one. Um,
Yeah. They
yeah.
also they also did Cells at Work,
Oh,
Code
cool.
Black. They did one of my favorite series, Killing Bites.
Oh, right. I forgot you told me about that one.
Yeah, but it's Studio Linden Films. So if anything, they're gonna ignore the censorship of Western culture and just do whatever they want with it because, as the examples I gave, they'll find a way to put in some plot
Yeah,
in the anime.
they'll put in plot for the plot, and so pretty much since that's the whole basis of the anime as well. So they'll figure out a way. They'll figure out a way that, or they just say, "Fuck it, we'll deal with the fines or whatever like criticism we get with later." Which it works for everybody.
Oh yeah. I do want to take this time and say that Rui Dragon is on hiatus until December 2nd,
Oh, okay, I
twenty
mean,
twenty four.
that's like a few weeks from now, so it seems like it's just like a short hiatus.
Yeah. For those who don't know, the manga is about Rui Akoi that wakes up one day and notices she has started growing horns on her head. When she asks her mother about it, she reveals that their family is actually half dragon.
Oh, okay.
Despite this revelation, Rui tries to continue her normal life, though with more challenges as she is now exerting more of her heritage.
Oh,
It's
okay.
not bad though. The manga has about 25 chapters, so it is a good read, but currently it's on hiatus.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's not too bad. Seeing as how it's on hiatus until December 2nd. If it's 25 chapters, basically, if you're interested in reading it, now you have the time to go through the chapters and get caught up with the manga before it restarts in a few weeks.
Yeah, yeah, you probably read it on the digital version on Shonen Jump or something like that.
It's on, I believe it's on Manga Plus. Not sponsored, by the way. I just,
No, yeah,
yeah.
definitely not sponsored.
Yeah, yeah, no. So, but yeah, I mean, you can read it online and catch up with it. I've read a few of the first pages of chapter one. I enjoyed it so far, and it seems interesting.
All right, now since we're still on somewhat of the topic of spicy stuff, let's talk about Yokitaro's initial plans.
Okay, I was ready for this one. Yeah, go ahead.
Yokitaro initially wanted to add an intimate S scene between 2B and 9S in the Near Automata anime, but the idea was rejected by Aniplex producer who argued that 9S would not do that.
Can't be 9S won't do that. What you got against Android love? What Androids can't get down and can't get freaky with it or something? Like dog, there's two. It's 2B and 9S. I mean, there's plenty of there's already been plenty of like fan art with them essentially, being husband and wife and all that stuff. And uh,
And then you have the other fan art that I'm pretty sure Yukitaro has.
oh yeah, no, I'm definitely sure that's the reason. And plus, the man is essentially the head guy of the Near series. He's a creator. You can't give him doing this one style. It's like you don't have to animate it. This isn't like some Maple Star shit, dog. Just at least
I
have it
mean,
implied.
Maple Star is already a pretty good animator. Like, bro, they've done one where it's both of them in an intimate moment and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Yukitaro has that animation under lock and key.
Who knows? Maybe he got inspired by it. He's like, you know what? I need this shit in the new Automata anime.
I wouldn't be surprised if he commissioned Maple Star, like, hey, yo, can you do an animation for me on the down low?
Oh god, no, yeah, but when I first saw it, I started laughing. Let me give you a quick thing too. On my notes here, I did have it written down that to so we could talk about it. I have it as Yokitaro Near Automata anime ludes between 2B and 9S. Yoko wanted it, Aniplex did not.
Oh god.
God, no, but yeah, I mean, again, fucking what? Two androids can't find love and all that shit. They can't express their love and the desire to clap. I mean, that's what are we doing here? What
I
are we?
I mean, how are they gonna tell Yukitaro what his own characters wouldn't do? I mean, come on, man.
I could just picture it basically like days later, but like the sequel to New Replicant is gonna include like a 3 hour scene of basically 2B and INS just going wild at it, and it's gonna end up winning Game of the Year because that's well deserved.
Yeah, because I mean, come on, 9S would totally hit that.
Yeah, exactly.
He's been on Earth. I'm pretty sure he's come across some magazines when he was just wandering around and all that stuff. And they come on, there's no way he wouldn't be like, damn. If only there were still more humans.
Exactly. Shit. Even your brother-in-law in the background, he was clapping for it. I mean, we're talking about peak fiction here, folks.
Well,
Uh,
that was unrelated. He's being loud watching soccer.
oh god, no, yeah, but no, no, I saw it and I was like, funny enough, like right under it was essentially kind of announcing or showing gameplay of 2B and Stellarblade, and the time it
Oh
could,
yeah, which
yeah,
I do have the DLC for.
nice. How much was it?
It's not that much.
Oh, okay, cool.
Pretty affordable.
I might get a Stellarblade for Black Friday. I heard it's good, and animation wise, it looks pretty good. So, but yeah, I mean can you imagine that essentially you want to add a clapping scene on it, and either way, isn't it kind of like proving that 9S actually has feelings for 2B?
Yeah, it's just like there was like no time to put it in the plot because stuff was going around and all that stuff.
Hmm.
But he did say he wanted to put it in the plot, where he set up a certain chain of events that would have them alone, and pretty much from there he'd be clapping cheeks. But Anipolex was like, nah, we can't do that.
Damn. See what they
We're,
took.
we're not brave enough. We can't do that.
Man, here's the thing. First Kadokawa is going to be sold to Sony, and Aniplex is under Kadokawa, and now they take this away from us. See what they take away from us, dog. I'm disappointed. That makes me more disappointed.
Yeah. Well, let's end off the news segment uh with sports.
Ah, cool.
Uh China used a poster for the China versus Japan football match for FIFA 2026 for the Asian qualifiers, and it is a very nice artwork of Sun Wukong on the ground holding his staff while looking up at a Super Saiyan Goku
Oh, dude, I did because I think you shared it to us on the group
with
chat. Okay.
with them inside of the stadium for the FIFA.
Yeah, dude, it is a very sick poster. I know you shared it to us on the group chat, and dude, the way that they designed it looks so fucking epic. I do like that they basically played into pretty much Sun Wukong being the inspiration for Goku due to the Journey of the West connection.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean that's why he's called Son Goku. You know,
exactly.
a little nod to Sun Wukong.
Exactly, and but yeah, no, the way that the artist designed it, full props to them because it looks so fucking sick.
Oh, very much.
Yeah, if you happen to basically want to go out of your way to watch or to see it, highly suggest it because you'll like it, especially if you're a Dragon Ball fan or that, or if you also got into Wukong Black Myth, it looks incredible.
Yeah, I mean the illustration is just really nice.
Yeah,
You could just go on. You can pretty much just go on Google and search up Sun Wukong and Sun Goku and FIFA 2026, and you'll pretty much see the artwork. It'll be one of the first results.
yep, exactly. Yeah, and that covers it for news for right now. Let's get into the through episode review.
All right, I'll give you the floor.
Yeah, thank you.
You're
DanDaDan.
welcome.
Good. DanDaDan started it. It's good. It's like at least the first three episodes. It is really good. I didn't expect it to start off the way it did because I originally thought it was going to be like, oh, a narrator just kind of looking into the school and introducing the characters and all that. But the way it starts off is with fucking Momo Yayase throwing hands with her now ex boyfriend because she's like, or he's telling her, "Oh, you're broke. I'm not going out with you no more unless you put us." Like, and then she tries to, or then she fucking lands a kick on it. I was like, "Well, shit. I guess we started with the action early."
Yeah, it's really funny.
Yeah, it's super funny.
Imagine having an anime opening up with the girlfriend calling the boyfriend a broke bitch and kicking his ass to the curb.
It's like, man, how are you gonna fucking tell your girl, oh yeah, you know what, I'm gonna break up with you because you don't have any money anymore. It's like, motherfucker, make your own damn money. I mean, shit, you're in high school, get a part-time job. No, yeah, but no, that was a good. Right from there, I was hooked. I was like, okay, let's see what it's about. And 3 episodes in, I was hooked on it. Including from episode one when they introduced basically Okarun, um, and all that, and how they became friends because pretty much he believes in UFOs and Momo believes in spirits, and then they ended up challenging each other. It was like, oh yeah, you know what? Fine, if you could, if you could prove that. Well, the bet to Okarun was like he has to prove that there's no such thing as ghosts, and for Ayase, she had to prove that there's no such thing as aliens. Turns out, basically, when they go into the haunted tunnel, or when Okuru goes into the haunted tunnel, and Momo goes into the haunted hospital, where basically it's been noted down that that's the popular spot for alien abductions and all that.
One of them gets inseminated and the other one gets possessed.
Yeah, actually, nah, it ends up being worse for Okuru because Momo doesn't get it. Those fucking side note, those fucking robot alien things are super weird.
Yeah, they're like, oh, we can give you techno, we can give you the tech, but we gotta clap your cheeks.
And the motherfucker has a drill for a dick, man. It's like what? I saw that as
I heard about getting drilled, but that's just ridiculous.
that's that's the literal definition of getting drilled. I will say though, I got hyped in the scene where fucking Okarun just bursts through the phone and just drop kicks the alien that answered right in the face, and then he starts taking out motherfuckers like it's nothing, thanks to the help of the
Yeah.
Turbo Granny. And then it started getting funny again once they find out my man loses his fucking nuts in exchange for power.
I mean,
And is that it?
I wouldn't take that gamble. I mean, I want my nuts. You know, I can't sacrifice my testes for superpowers.
I mean, think about it though. Think about it. You have the power of basically heightened abilities, and being able to whip and essentially being stronger than an extraterrestrial. I mean, I don't know. The trade off is there, but yeah, no,
The
it's.
trade off is there, but I'm not taking it, man. I want to have kids. All right, thank you very much.
I mean, create ghost kids. Fucking create it like Gotenks did. Just create little clones and be like, all right, Miko, go play, go play. Don't let the priest exercise you, because then you won't be able to come back.
Nah,
Fuck. No, yeah, but no, I would say it's like the first three episodes is a good blend of comedy but action. Especially, I believe it was episode three. Was it when they take on essentially the golem that traps him inside Ayase's grandma's compound? Um, Bro, fucking that shit got me hyped because you get essentially Okarun's new form, which kind of I don't know why it kind of reminds me of something out of Tokyo Ghoul and like another anime. I want to say
it looks like a human version of Shadow the Hedgehog.
Low key, it kind of does, except with essentially kind of like the freaking I don't know what you call it the collar with like the teeth on it. It
Yeah,
yeah, it kind of does look like facing a
it
shadow.
looks like Shadow the Hedgehog mixed with Tokyo Ghoul.
That's what it is. That's what it reminds me.
I'm all for the design though.
it,
It looks dope.
dude, it looks super badass. Though it does, his attitude does betray it because he gets instantly more lazier and stuff.
Yeah,
God,
it's like who's that tiger dude from Ben 10?
um, I don't know. I've never watched Ben 10.
Ah, but his attitude reminds me of him,
Hmm.
where he's either if he's not lazy, he's trying to pick fights while going. Let me tell you something about this.
God, and like the way that defeated that like that fucking that ghost was pretty good, smart. Like
Oh yeah,
not gonna lie, like just a quick bit of spoilers. Pretty much they're walled into the compound and all that since they removed the sh- the tag that essentially kept the shrine from being possessed or for being surrounded by evil spirits. And this is where you find out that Ayase, she could, man, she's a tank. She could take punches because pretty much she got machine gun punched by this giant ass golem, only enough so to bait it, so that way it creates a crater in the wall, as where her and Okarun could safely be outside of the Torii gate, but she traps the motherfucker in it and fucking just sets him off in spirit fire and whatnot, and it's just well done,
very well done.
very very well done. Yeah, but yeah, the comedy so far is pretty sick. The action is really dope. I still can't. I started cracking up. The Turbo Granny spirit, where it's just saying, "Oh, let me gobble that weenie multiple times and all that." yeah,
I will tell you this because I'm already way ahead of you.
yeah,
So you know how the whole series is about looking for his missing balls, right?
yeah.
Episode 7 will fuck you up, dude.
Dude. Okay, so I did see clips of it because I know it goes into the backstory of this one spirit that they got information that's been haunting like this area. Dude, I've only watched a 2 minute clip of showing the backstory of what happens to Arko Soki. Dude,
Yep.
oh God, it yeah no it does it really does fuck you up and
It's absolute cinema,
yeah yeah
but it will fuck you up.
yeah you know what's great.
Especially with the POV shots.
The POV shots were something else. What's crazy about it is when I saw it, I legit thought it was a movie because I was going to like it popped up. No, that this was the day that the episode got released. I believe it was on a Thursday, and I kept seeing it through like social media. I was like, oh, is this kind of like a movie that's come out and all that? turns and all they see the replies that, oh no, this is DanDaDan episode 7. Oh, episodes of DanDaDan really broke me and all that. And then I started watching the clip of what happens to Arco Silky when she's human, and what happens to her daughter is like, dude, that is heartbreaking. It is spectacularly done. Animation is top tier. But dude, it's one of those things where you could really see kind of like a one of the it's one of those things where you can really see how far a mother would go to make her children happy, and it's if you have a good if you have a good relationship with your parents and with your mother, call them after you watch this episode. Call them, give them a hug, tell them that you love them and all that. Because man, it'll make you do that, and
After watching episode 7, it will make you think about your mother, and you'll just be like, "Damn, maybe I need to go give them a hug." Sorry about that. I'm cracking up another one.
another Arizona betting.
Yeah. This one is iced tea.
A classic. But yeah, no. And the good part about it is that I guess episode 7 of DanDaDan was rated as, right now as it stands, it's rated as a 9.8 out of 10 in IMDb, which makes it the highest ranked anime episode of all time, just beating out kind of like My Hero, Dragon Ball, different anime series. And man, I can't blame it. It's for good reason because it is the way we explain it right now. We can't do it enough justice. The series itself is a fantastic watch. Episode 7, it's a movie in itself, and it's highly suggest to go watch it. Highly suggest to basically, in case you're waiting for the series to be done or the season to be done, and binge watch it. Binge watch it, you won't regret it. Ah, man, it's heartbreaking. I do like that it essentially brought back the whole like, oh, we need to use Josuke and Okuyasu to create a happy ending for Arco Silky and her daughter.
I like the fact that the internet turned Okuyasu and Josuke into the let's fix the bad endings of XXX or XYZ or whatever character who got like just a horrible traumatic ending.
Exactly. I know somebody made a fan comic about it where they're beating up the fucking I don't
The
know
loan sharks.
the loan sharks. And meanwhile, basically Okuyasu or meanwhile Crazy Diamond and the Hand are entertaining Arkosoki's daughter to make sure she doesn't look at the violence. And fucking Josuke is telling him, "Oh, you guys are real piece of shit for trying to attack a single mother." Oh, dude.
God, dude, I love the internet sometimes.
I do as well. I'd be down for a full fan made kind of like fan made comic of essentially Okuyasu and Josuke taking the role of time patrollers like in Xenoverse, but instead of stopping world ending events, they end up stopping band ending events.
Yeah,
That would be fucking hilarious. But
one of the first ones that started it was Saki. If you know, you know.
yeah, if you know, you know. And even Shindo kind of acknowledged it as it's okay, that's the canon ending now because it was well done.
Yeah,
Yeah, that and what happened to Ai Hoshino as well, where Josuke just happens to show up and fucking
like after the incident, heals her up, and then beats up the mugger.
yeah, and then Okoyasu is just like, what? Who did this to you? You're super beautiful. Was it that mugger? I'll kill him.
God.
But yeah, that's our 3 episode review of DanDaDan. Again, highly recommend to go watch it. Yeah, just be ready for episode 7 because that'll fuck you up. That's yeah, it's beautiful, it's tragic, and it deserves all the praise that it's getting. So, yeah, you're in for a good watch. Let's head on to a brighter note, manga recommendations, shall we?
Well, I already gave my manga recommendation with the news adaptation.
Nice.
So
Right.
I'm pretty much good on manga recommendations.
Right, right. I'm on an island on my own on this one.
Yes, you are.
Lucky enough, I do have one. Kindergarten Wars. So, what would I tell you if this manga was about the world's safest kindergarten? What comes to your mind?
Uh, Clean streets.
Hmm.
Um, nice teachers, who actually care about the kids. Um, safe. I have to assume, like, maybe it's funded by some like rich people or something. I don't know. Those are the things that come to mind with the world's safest kindergarten.
In a way, you're pretty much correct. So it is a kindergarten for the kids of essentially kind of like high executives, CEOs, owners of companies, politicians. You get the drill.
Ah,
And
okay.
and the teachers are on the surface nice to the kids. They play with them, and at least so far from what I've read, they play with them and all that. Except those teachers are convicts who are serving out their sentences as being the teachers of that school.
Oh,
And this is where it gets interesting. So pretty much all the teachers that are there, they're serving time for different crimes. Murder, thievery. There are other crimes as well. And it follows the MC, whose name is Rita. She's a school teacher. She's one of the school teachers there, and pretty much she was raised to be an assassin. You do see early on that she was trained by someone that she calls father, that took her in and tried to make her a cold-blooded killer, but she her having a conscience, she basically didn't want to do it anymore. And as part of her sentence for murder, she's essentially has to work at the school. And you know the funny part about it is she's also a hopeless romantic. And let me tell you how the first chapter goes down. So pretty much we don't start off at the kindergarten. We start off with an assassin that finished a job. He gets a call like for another job that to assassinate the son of a CEO for Amazon Nest.
oh,
Wink, wink. Um,
damn internet kids.
yeah, exactly. But yeah, he gets a job to assassinate the son who happens to go to this kindergarten, and pretty much they're already when he set up on the building across the street, right?
Yeah,
Classic sniper style
of
has
course.
has his sight ready on the kid and whatnot. The kids are off for recess, and they're practicing digging plants. Now Rita is in charge of these kids right now, and so when the assassin gets a clear shot at it, he ends up basically firing. Except she was able to tell right away that there was an assassin, there was an attempt on a life, and so she blocks. The little like hand shovels that you use for gardening sometimes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, she fucking blocks the damn bullet with one of those.
Jesus.
And so his thought process is like, nah, you know what? That's got to be a lucky shot, but I got to get out of here because they might have swatted me. And so he just books it. He grabs all his gear, books it down the stairway. And in his mind, he's thinking, oh, you know what? She's not going to be able to reach me because she still has to get past the fence across the street. And by that time, I'll be gone. Nope. Like 2 seconds later, she's right there waiting for him.
Nah, that's some Slenderman level movements.
Exactly. Now the thing about Rita is that there's one quirk that's essentially you'll find pretty entertaining. She is also a hopeless romantic. So prior to the assassination attempt, she's been telling the kids that that she feels like this day is her lucky day because the horoscopes are telling her, I think you should meet a Gemini or a Taurus, who
Oh God, she's one of those astrology girls.
exactly. Not in the hippie way, but more so kind of like, the horoscope says it's my lucky day today to find love, and so pretty much she tells the kids that, this is because they ask her, oh, hey, Miss Rita, you seem more chipper today than usual, and she points it out that, she's supposed to be meeting her dream man today. Now, fast forward after the assassination attempt in the stairwell, she's holding this basically the assassin up, right? And she has your fucking pistol ready, and he's ready. She's just ready to fucking put a bullet in his brain. And pretty much what happens is that so he's wearing a mask during the assassination says, but he figured, you know what, I'm dead, I might as well take it off. He takes it off, and this dude is essentially a looker. He's one of those kind of like dark haired type of kind of like loner, grungy assassins and all that. Has a scar on the
Right.
face,
Oh,
and
the typical anime, like, oh damn, he's like a hottie, 10 out of 10.
yeah, pretty much that's your immediate thought process. And so she starts to buckle, and she's like, "Oh well, maybe if you promise not to kill any of the kids, I'll let you leave." And and in his mind, he decides to take advantage of it. He's like, "You know what? I'm gonna get her to lower her guard, and once it's time, I'm gonna kill her." So he decides to flirt with her a bit and all that, and pretty much she thinks, you know what, my horoscope is right. I found my dream man. And, we're gonna busy go out and have a relationship. And so, but she starts asking him kind of like, what he prefers, like, what are his preferences are, just to check off, like, that this is it, that this is her dream man. And so it's four questions. The first three he gets right, and then the last question is, what do you typically do when a movie ends? Want to guess what he answers?
uh, well, two of the answers would come to mind is us, who usually stay at the end to see if there's any post credit scenes, and then there's like the typical answer, which is like, oh, I just get up and leave.
Yeah,
I have to assume he's the type of person. Um, I mean, if the how you described him, he's the type of like, I don't want to wait. I'm just gonna go.
and you are correct. He answers that, boom, fucking headshot right through the noggin. Fucking Rita kills him, and but
Ah,
basically,
she's a girl of culture. The type of like, ooh, maybe there's some stuff at the end.
exactly. She actually stays through the end, and she's looking down in sorrow at this man. It's like, shame, we could have been something together, but I can't accept a man who won't stay all the way through the end credits. and
Damn.
and so pretty much that's when we find out that this school is the teachers of the school are a bunch of convicts that are serving out their sentences in exchange for pretty much being not only just the teachers for these kids, but the bodyguards as well. And the ending scene or the ending page of it shows basically all the teachers lining up, getting ready to take on like your generic thugs that are coming to invade the school. One of the teachers is also a mascot. The mascot is a bear. And in that page, my man pulls out a fucking RPG ready to just blast who's.
Damn.
Can you imagine something kind of like fucking Barney the dinosaur, but this motherfucker pulls out like a fucking full on Stinger missile, and he decides, you know what? I'm gonna protect these kids by firing some rockets in the air.
Bruh.
That's the world's safest kindergarten, and so far, I think if I remember correctly, I left off in chapter 4. It's pretty funny. It's super good too. There's 96 chapters, and it's still on an ongoing series. And lucky enough, the new chapter 97 actually is going to come out tomorrow per Manga Plus. Um, but yeah, I believe this is also getting an anime adaptation sometime next year. I got to look into it. But yeah, I mean, it's well worth the read. If you have time and if you want to read a long series, Kindergarten Wars, 96 chapters, well worth it. It's has its action, it has its slice of life moments, and you get to see more in depth about like how the teachers got to be in, or how they got to essentially become criminals and be in the school and all that. And so, highly recommended.
Nice, nice.
Yep, yep. And yeah, with that, we're about to wrap it up. Oh, and also, before I forget, I went to go watch the Overlord movie. It's good.
Very good.
Very, very good. Now, you're more caught up, or you're fully caught up to Overlord, and I barely started it. Does it go in line with the story, or is it kind of
Yeah,
yeah?
of course it does.
Nice, nice. And so, yeah, it's pretty. It's a pretty solid watch. I would say I would put this above. Well, actually, not above, but kind of like right below. the latest My Hero movie out of the anime movies that we watched this year. Which, speaking of which, I'm also hyped for the Solo Leveling movie that's going to come out in a few weeks. Um, and so, yeah, it's been a good year to go watch some anime in the theaters. And I believe it's still going on in theaters right now. So if you get the chance, if you want to watch, if you're a fan of Overlord, watch the movie. Well worth it.
Yeah,
Um,
and it seems
and
like December and January is going to be a really good month for anime.
oh yeah, yeah, I'm so looking forward to it. And before we end off, quick announcement. So I know early in October I did mention the weekly episodes, and essentially, thanks to outside circumstances, we were pushed off track on it, and so we decided, no, you know what, we want to give weekly episodes at least for 1 month before 2024 ends. So December weekly episodes. This time for real, we're gonna drop.
Let's see if you don't get
even if my bones tries to jump from my skin like it did when I had COVID, because God, each time I coughed, it felt like that. I'll fuck it. I'm down for it. But yeah, be on the lookout. That because we're also gonna provide our end of the year like categories for anime, and see where we rank, kind of like you know best girl, best boy, best protagonist, and some other categories. And we'll cap the final episode of 2024. We'll cap it off with what we think is the anime of the year for 2024. Um, but yeah, monthly episodes dropping in December. Here to hear first. So let's see, we're recording on November 19th. So this is going to come out November 20th, 10:30 Pacific time, 10:30 a.m. Pacific time. Um, no new episode next week, but yeah, we're gonna start doing the end of year drops on December 2nd, and from the 2nd to the 9th, 16th, 23, and 30th, weekly episodes of the OKS. So yeah, be on the lookout for that.
Yosh.
Alrighty, that about wraps it up. I think we're kind of pushing the limit on time here. Thanks again for joining us for another episode of the Otaku Kickback Sessions. Be sure to like and subscribe and follow us on Instagram at Otaku Kickbacks. Also, we're on Blue Sky now. So yeah, be sure to follow us as well. Otaku Kickback Sessions on Blue Sky. We're going to be promoting this episode. This will be our first episode being promoted on there. And so far, I've been digging Blue Sky. It's a lot more positive, so that's always a good get. And yeah, just thank you again for joining us and for joining us so far through the year. Let's keep it going. For myself and for Green Specter, this is Easy the Shinobi, and we'll see you on the next one. Have a good Tuesday night. Stay safe.
Yeah.